You look so happy. Leo managed to stay awake for most of it, I think.
He slept a little bit, but no, it was obviously it's one of those days that I'll forever remember, and same for Alex and same for our family. It was family only and was very small and secret in a way, which we really enjoyed. We will do another one with all of our closest friends in actually quite a bit of time, just to take some time to organize it properly. But it's been good. I mean, it's been obviously an amazing day, and took a lot of positivity on the flight because I went straight to fly to here in Melbourne. So still very happy, and the excitement of the wedding and excitement of starting the race tomorrow as well.
We got great mileage done in winter testing. An amazing amount of work has been done with from the team back at the factory, but also delivering on those tests, and we've learned a lot from last year. We're leaving behind the bad and taking the head, moving forwards with the good. And I think we're just sharp. I think we're sharp, prepared, and we know what we need to do. But we also know there's massive challenges for all of us with the new rules and regulations. So yeah.
But I think there's just an element of the unknown, excitement going into the first race. I think it's been a much better pre-season than we've had over the last 4 years. There's no items on the car that have been of major worry to us. Everything's working as expected. Correlation is good. Simulated correlation is good. And they're things that we've failed with over the last 4 years. So regardless of the stopwatch, things are working out as we hope.
There's a really good dynamic in the team at the moment, good atmosphere. Everyone is very excited to go because obviously it's a new regulation, new opportunity, and looks like we're in a good position. Of course, it's very hard to know the real pace of everyone because obviously in testing you never know what program the other teams are running. But we're happy with the job, with the work we've done, and the car seems to be responding well. So yeah, that's good, and really looking forward to this weekend.
Challenging start, more challenging than we wanted and more challenging than expected, but in a way nothing we can do. We need to wait and have faith in Honda, and hopefully all these issues will be fixed in a short term, and meanwhile we need to keep experimenting on the car and hopefully enjoying. This first race is always beautiful. We come to Australia, fans are amazing after the long wait in the winter. Finally we are all in the same conditions at the same track, all 22 cars. So yeah, I'm looking forward even with the challenge ahead.
Can we just be clear? Will you do like 5 laps, 10 laps, and then retire from the Australian Grand Prix? Will you do 1 lap, 15?
We don't know yet. I mean, it all depends how much we've improved since Bahrain. If we still have the same vibration issues we had with the car in Bahrain, it's going to be hard to do much more than 10, 15 laps. If we resolve those issues the last couple of weeks, then I think we can go much further into the race. So yeah, time will tell.
I don't really like to overcomplicate it too much. If I have to drive this car, last year's car, if I have to raise a shopping trolley, I drive it to the limit of what a shopping trolley can do. You know what I mean? I think it's as simple as that. At the end of the day, it has a brake pedal, a throttle pedal, and a steering wheel with a clutch. And you just drive that to the limit.
Okay.
You try to adapt to what is needed. That's what we are here for. That's what you have trained for in your life. And the good drivers, of course, will always come out on top.
I think for this new season, considering the regulation changes and everything, I think it's important to finish the first few races, understand a clear direction where to go with the car, and then the goal is to finish. I think if we have a strong second half is what matters the most.
I'm feeling good. There's still a lot of work to be done for sure. It's a new power unit, new car. There's so many things we are learning, every day that we try. But I'm very excited for it. It's a big challenge for all of us. But I feel like the team has been working extremely hard and they have been achieving great progress in a lot of areas. So I'm excited to hit the track tomorrow and see how we are.
Pre-season's been okay. I think we made good progress. At the same time, still a lot of room for improvement and in many areas. You know, still a young team, especially on the power unit side, obviously, and the only team out there with our package. Feel Melbourne, you know, it's a great track, very, very different from Bahrain. So I think that, you know, could mix things up a little bit, but we do it for the first time in anger, you know, with these new cars, quali, especially the race on Sunday. I think could be interesting.
It's a very different regulation set. I think it'd be optimistic, or very optimistic, to say we're going to have the same form as we did here 12 months ago. I think we're somewhere towards the front, but I think from testing it kind of feels like Mercedes and Ferrari got a little bit on us and Red Bull, I would say. But you know, things are chopping and changing so quickly as everyone learns and brings things to the car. So we'll have to wait and see. But you know, I think last year we were coming here with very, very high hopes that we could achieve something special, and this year I think we can still have a good result, but to achieve the same kind of performance, we're going to have to find a bit more.
I think we probably don't have the same level of confidence in our outright speed comparing to what we had at the beginning of last year. But we're confident in our ability over the course of a season to get back to where we want to be. So yeah, it's not like we come in here and we're confident we're going to win. But we know in the past years, you know, especially 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the amount we've been able to turn things around in a season where it's all about development and bringing upgrades, learning about the car, being efficient. That was one of our biggest strengths over the last few years at the same time. So yeah, we'll just take it easy no matter where we finish up here in China in the first few races of the season. We're confident that through the year we'll be able to get back to where we really want, and that's something we all look forward to.
Yeah, I think for us the main objective is to get into a place where we can put all the puzzle together, you know, all the parts in the right place at the right time. If we are able to do that early on in the year, I think we can really have a great year. I think it's not too relevant where we start. It's how much we are able to progress from here. And every race weekend, you know, will be critical for us in terms of improving our performances.
For sure, it's very different. I think it's quite unique to be in a situation that you're starting with a new team in the sport. It doesn't really happen every day. So yeah, very unique. It's been hard work, lots of problem solving, but we've already made great progress, and really hats off to the whole team being here, ready for race one, which I think already is incredible. So looking forward to this journey. It's only the start of it now.
I think we're very, happy for sure in terms of power unit. There's still confirmation to have going into the first race, and it's such a complex new regulation that you can never be too sure about. Looking at the past, Mercedes has always been the top reference, so on that front we don't have any worry. I think chassis-wise, yeah, we're still discovering about these new regs and still working on it. I think from the testing, yeah, we've seen a clear top 4 favorites, which hopefully we'll be able to fight at some point in the year, but I don't expect us to be quite there yet. But then, regardless of the starting point, most important this year will be to develop the car in a better way than the others. I think it's going to be a real development race, and will be important that we're on the top front of that.
To be honest, I am really excited to be back here in the paddock after. To be honest, it felt like a long time just testing and getting ready for this race one, and to be finally here in Australia and competing with everyone, it's exciting. So I can't wait. Of course, that there is still a lot to learn and understand, but we've done a good effort with the team to try and be the most ready we can for this weekend.
I think it's been pretty clear that it hasn't been the easiest of winters for us as a team. Very challenging times at the minute, but still the whole season to start. So I think everyone's feeling positive and encouraged to see that and to try and recover, I think, the situation. Having said that, I think we're braced for a bit of a challenging weekend here. But Melbourne always throws surprises, and we're going to try and capitalize on them.
I think that realistically we want to be on the bottom half of the midfield. We've got our work cut out. It's clear where a lot of the performance is. I think it's no secret that we're overweight, but we have a clear plan. The next few races is just about optimizing. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity in these races where the regulations are still so new, reliability is a question mark. There's still points on the table if everything goes right and we execute on our side. So that's how I view it. I think maybe not where we want to be, not the speed that we had last year, but I think we'll get there.
I mean, it's just a lot of unknowns right now. It's obviously exciting to see what these new cars bring to the sport, but for us, it's it's definitely a different feeling to where I came in last year in a regulation period right at the end of it. So the cars are fully developed and as they are, whereas this year we're still figuring them out. So it's going to be very interesting.
I'm feeling good. I mean, this is what I've been working towards my whole life. This was my goal, my dream when I started when I was 5. So the fact that it's coming true is obviously something I'm very excited for.
What aspect of the weekend are you looking forward to most?
I mean, I'm looking forward to all of it, but probably the quali and the race a bit more, because that's where, that's a bit more exciting.
We had a good test, really good, test overall with a lot of laps together. We've managed to get quite some data, which was very good, because I hope that that will help us to arrive quite early here. But only time will tell, if we can be dangerous or not. I think it's going to be close in the midfield. It looks like in Bahrain, at least, that we were still quite far from the top, but it's still early days and there's still a lot to figure out with the car. And of course, we are going to bring updates through the year, so that could well improve. So we will see how we are and where we can end up.
First of all, looking forward to being back at a race. Testing is great, but definitely more rewarding to be on track in competitive sessions, and also we finally will see where we stand compared to our competition. So I'm excited to be back. We made big steps throughout testing, particularly in the final test, and that leaves me in a good place, and I'm really looking forward to turning some laps here in Australia.